Greetings from Cybertron. This is SoundJack here with a review of the Transformers Titans Return Titan Master Decepticon Fangry. So before specifically getting into the review, I do need to mention this is a continuation. This is still a Titan Master figure. However, this is Wave 3 Titan Masters. The rest of the Titan Masters I review this week will be coming from Wave 3, not Wave 2, purely because I do not yet own Wave 2, because when that was first coming out, I was never at a store where they were selling them, so I don't own them yet. I can still get them. I have not had the ability to do so yet, and I do hope to review them at some point, but for now we gotta continue on to Wave 3 of the Titan Masters, and then we'll hopefully get back to Wave 2 at some point. But also I am focusing on the Wave 3 Titan Masters as they are simple, and this week I am currently in the middle of moving apartments, and so this is going to be something certainly a lot simpler for me while the move is happening and get things adjusted. But getting into Decepticon Fangry himself, he was like Terrible and Crash Bash before him, one of the headmasters from the original series, one of the Decepticon headmasters, and with Terrible and Crash Bash fills out the 1988 Decepticon headmaster group. Though Fangry is the only one that keeps his name. He does come with a Time Master vehicle, as you see. He's currently a dragon, and also has a winged werewolf form, very reminiscent of his original full body form, and also does have a gun form like the others do. So let's continue on and look at Fangry himself. And now his face is all black, and that's really a shame because he has some very interesting face details on there. You can see the helmet and its loops, and there's a gap, and that's where his eyes are. And then his mouth is like a grizzle, is like a muzzled face over the has a muzzle over the mouth, and that's really neat. And also there is so much nice detailing on the chest, the lower legs, and the arms, but none of it's picked out in paint at all. And then we get to the back, and you see Fangry's head form, and you got some black, you got some like nubs on the side there, and you got the green visor and the green face, and that looks hauntingly freaky. Fangry has standard Titan Master articulation. His head is able to rotate. It is able to bob back and forth because of that ball joint. The arms are able to bend that far, which is more than most Titan Masters are able to get to. And they are able to tilt out to the side, though from what I can... it doesn't seem to be very much. His legs are able to bend that far forward and that far back, and his knees are able to bend that far back and that far forward. And to transform, you just collapse him in half, and there you have him in the head form. And now let's take a look at his Titan Master vehicle. Yeah, this is very interesting. So it is a dragonoid form, but as you can see, the front arms have like claws to them and have a little bit of fur molding on them, which is very neat, and though it makes more sense for the other form. The head is predominantly black. There's a little bit of white. Yeah, I'd say that's white paint. White paint along the neck and a little bit of yellow on the eyes. I already pointed out the legs, but there is a Decepticon symbol over here. And this side is actually molded a bit differently because this area the Decepticon symbol is on is completely flat, while this arm has the stuff from the side going all the way across the arm. The back legs are just black. The tail is a giant cannon, and then you can see the molding of the pink on the pink wings there, and the wings do look very nice and look Hasbro 2016 to Tomy. Aha. And for articulation, his head cannot bend down, but is able to bend back, if that serves any purpose for you. The wings cannot bend up, but they are able to bend down. Legs are able to bend that. The front legs are able to bend that far forward and that far back, and the back legs are able to not bend that far forward, and they're also hinged together, so they have to go together, and they're able to bend that far back, and the tail can wag up and down like so. To get him, where are my words? Fangry is able to sit in the Time Master vehicle. If you get him into a seating position, you're going to do something a little different. You're going to pull this down, which is going to be the beast, which is going to be the combined head. And if you can see, let's see if I can get that shown to you. It's going to be hard because it's black on black, but there is a gap in the at the base of the wolf head jaw. And what's going to happen is you're going to get Fangry sitting on the seat like so, and then you're going to collapse the wolf head around, and that gap will go in the gap in the wolf head will fit into the Time Master tab. That's a thing on all the Time Masters, and that is how he sits and locks into place on the dragon. And you got it's not a great fit, and I just knocked him out of his seat, but you can get him sitting, and it's just a little ridiculous. You got a robot riding a dragon with a cannon for a tail like that. It's funny. It's very funny. But now let's get on to some size comparisons. Here he is with Legends Class Bumblebee, and you can see how that scales. Deluxe Class Chrome Dome. You see how that scales. Voyager Class Megatron. And you see that scale there. And Leader Class 6 Shot. And you see that scale there. So that's all there's to say on this form. So let's get into the combined form for Fangry. So you're going to turn him into the head, and we're going to put that off to the side. And what we're going to do for the Time Master vehicle is we're going to rotate the legs down, and we're going to keep the tail bent out at that kind of an angle. And we're going to fold the arms down like so, and we're going to come and flip the wolf head up like that. We're going to fold the wings down out to the sides to give clearance for this, because what's going to happen is the head socket there is going to slide into that slot right there and tab in, and then the holes on the Time Master feet will tab into those tabs right there. And you gotta wiggle it around to get all of that to work, but you can do it. And then you just fold the wings back and fold the dragon head down. Flip that tail back out because you're gonna need that to help it stand. And there you have Fangry combined with his Time Master vehicle. It's a very nice representation of his original form. Would have been nice if it was bigger. Definitely would have been nice if it was bigger. But this is very nice, regardless. So taking a close look, the wolf head is all in black with a little bit of yellow for the eyes. You see the same arms that you saw for the vehicle, for the other form, and the same legs and the same tail, and the same wings. And you just got the purple back of the legs of Fangry making the chest of the Time Master vehicle combination. And then, yeah, you do. Well, you don't. But it helps. You don't really need the gun to help it stand, but it does certainly help. And especially with how that is molded, it's kind of designed to be there to be an extra support for Fangry in this form. And now that's all there is to say. Oh, articulation. I'm not done. You can move the arms like so. They can bend that far back and that far down. Legs, like before, are able to bend that far up and that far back. Tail is also able to wag, and the wings can fold in but not out. And then the head of the wolf head is able to bend down like so. And now it's time for some robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Legends class Bumblebee. And you can see how they scale there. Deluxe class Chrome Dome. And you can see the combined form just comes up to about that kneecap. Voyager class Megatron. And you can see not even barely up to the red paint on the knee there. Even though Megatron's not all the way in the frame, but it doesn't matter because this toy is very short. Leader 6-shot. And you can see that size there. Basically coming up to that black bit right there. And of course, here he is with the channel's mascots, Soundwave and Wheeljack. And you can see how he looks with them. But like the other Time Masters, we are not done looking at him yet because he also has a gun mode. And it's very simple. You just fold the wings in, flip the tail straight, and make sure that the dragon head is flat, and boom. There you got the gun. The triple barrel tail foot dragon wolf gargoyle laying on its back gun mode. They tried, I guess. They tried. It doesn't. It's there. If any toys that have a 5mm post are able to hold it, like so, they tried. No, this is not a gun. This is a werewolf gargoyle laying on its back with holes in its feet and tail. Yeah, transformation's simple enough though, so you can revert that very easily. Yeah, that's all there is on Decepticon Fangry. I think he's a very neat toy. For a $5 price point, he does a very nice job of replicating his original self. Both the head and just the general combination. This form is very nice. And it's neat that they were able to get a dragon out of it too. The gun, like I said, very weak. But most of the weapon forms on these guys are pretty weak. But even though this is my first review of the Wave, I gotta say this is my favorite of the Wave 3 Time Masters. And out of the Time Masters I have, almost my favorite. There's one in Wave 4 that I find is very, very good. But definitely worth picking up if you get a chance to pick them up. And that's all I have to say on Decepticon Fangry. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SoundJack426. Also, please consider donating on my Patreon page to help support the channel. All of the links will be in the description below. Thanks for tuning in. This is SoundJack signing off.